Okay, so let's get started here. First thing that we're going to do is we've logged into the administrator portion of the EZNMSI, and we're going to send out our call to update emailer, which will be sent to all the inspectors in the database to come to the system and update their information. So the way we're going to do that is we'll go to the send update emailer, and we're going to click the send, which will send it out to all the inspectors in the database. Well, we can see that it was successful. The number of emails that went out were 2 out of 2 inspectors, because there's only 2 inspectors in there right now for testing. So we would go over to our email and check our email, and we will have the 2 emails coming in, which go to the John Puckett account and the John at the Sports Vortex account. So once they get the emailer, they'll open it up, and it'll give them a little information about what we're doing, and ask them to please update their information by, and we give them 3 days from the time that we send out the emailer. We also let them know that they have to go to Mozilla Firefox and Google Chrome for it to work properly, their username, their password, which is a randomly generated string here. They have their link to the system, and we also have an opt-out. So if they want to be taken out of the system and no longer interested in being an inspector, they click here, and what it does actually is it does not remove them from the system. It just clicks a flag that says do not send any more inspections to this particular individual or company. So the next thing that we're going to do is actually log into the system and see what the inspectors will see. I'm going to use my other account because that one is set up to be exactly what the inspector will see when they log in. So let's go ahead and copy our password here, and we will click on the link. So we will log in with that particular login that we had, which is going to go to the inspector page, because that individual is an inspector. Once we get to the inspector page, this is basically what they're going to see. Not much. The only thing that we really have in the system right now is their email address, because that's what we use to send out to everybody to come to the system and update it. The rest of the information is in the vendor database. We're going to start with fresh data because in an automated system we want to make sure everything is just right. So I'm going to go ahead and put you on pause so you don't have to sit here and watch me fill out all this information. Okay, we're back. So once they've filled out this page, we're going to go over to tab 2, which is the cell texting feature. And what we put into place here is a way that we can send the inspectors alerts or properties to their cell phone, because they're not around their computers a lot, and some of them can't receive email on their cell phones. So we just have a system that goes to their cell phone. Once you fill out this information, it'll send a link to you, and you click on the link, which updates the system and gives the system the proper cell texting number to go to. And you can see if it's been filled out properly on the last page, which is our review and finalize. It'll go to this, and you'll see something set up here. But as you can see, we have not set up the texting service or the coverage. So now let's go to the coverage page. Now the coverage is the state and the county. So let's go ahead and do Florida. And let's just grab whatever. And add counties. And it says your counties have been added. And down here you can see the coverage. It shows up right here. And if they want to add more, they can add more. Let's put the Georgia in there and quickly do a Georgia. And we'll put Clay. That's fine. That's all we need. Add counties. And again, it's been added, and you can see it over here. They can reset it, which will zero out this and start over, or they can click done when they're done. Also, this is a page that has a video help, We're going to have help throughout the site to help the inspectors and anybody else that's using the EZNMSI with a video tutorial on how to do things. I'm not going to run it right now. You can go over to the site and take a look at it if you want to. So we're going to go to the next one, which is change the password. You know, it's recommended that once you log into the system, you change your password. That way you're not having to deal with that randomly crazy login password that we send out to everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and change my password. Click on submit, and it says, hey, you've updated your password. And you're going to see it in your email. So if we go back to our email, let's get rid of that real quick. Go back to our email and check it. It should come in. There it is. And it says NMSI account password change. And this is the emailer that we send out to everybody that changes their password. It has their username, the updated password, and that's it. So now let's go to the review and finalize. The view and finalize will have all the information in that they've put into the system. Also, they'll have their cell texting service set up if I ran that, but I'm not going to run that because you can't see how it works. And the coverage area is here. So once they get completed with that, then they're ready for phase 2, which is really the fun part of the system. This is just gathering the basic information that we're going to need to do scheduling. So we click on our finalize, and it says, uh-oh, you have not entered all of the required information. It's because we haven't done our cell texting. But once we put that in and we click finalize, it'll say good job, you're ready now to do inspections. And that's phase 1 really. Oh, and the design, you can see the design here, which is pretty cool. So we're going to log out.